here goes Vinny with the liquid nitrogen. And we're going to freeze a piece of this by about 2/1000ths of an inch. It'll be probably more than that. And what's happening is the liquid nitrogen is dancing around on top of the alcohol, and that you'll see it all of a sudden it's going to look like oil floating on water, and then boom, it's going to freeze. At that point, we pick up the brass and put it in the hole. But we probably want to clean that brass off and get the grease off it, because the grease is going to freeze. What is that?
Acetone?
Oh yeah, perfect. Clean it off with a little bit of acetone.
You gotta say that's the main thing.
And that'll dry it.
Too, we have to have this bushing in a certain way. You see, you have your chamfered edge.
Yeah.
That's going to be the lead to go this way.
Okay, so
when this goes in, it has to go in with the chamfer down.
Okay.
So I don't know which way you want to put it in there to make it.
Well, we gotta pick it up, right? So
you're gonna have to hold it with the tongs and go right up onto here.
I think this is gonna be a two-step process, Roy, because we got to make sure that it's sort of choreographed. We want to do this in one smooth motion. So let's cool it down and measure it, right? You can measure it, make sure we got the right dimension, and at the same time we'll figure out how we're going to transport it from there to here safely.
So we got time then.
Oh yeah, and we can recool it again.
Let me.
But there's a lot of heat in there we got to take out. There you go. Just let that sit now. And that's the ethanol is freezing and the nitrogen is boiling off. But we've got to get this to 108 degrees below zero for it to shrink to the size that we need. But we're not going to worry about the temperature. We're going to worry about the size. So stick it in there. We got Vinny here doing all the magic. So that bad boy. It's going to freeze down by about 2/1000ths of an inch. And then we're going to pack it into that alloy housing using this Bridgeport milling machine. And Roy here is the master machinist.
How you doing? Warm it up, yeah.
All right, so we got to go colder with it. We'll let it sit a little longer next time.
I think we have just to transfer faster.
All right, well, it's in there. Beautiful. And that half-sloy didn't even get warmed up.
No.
Beautiful. This is the fancy part. You got all these highfalutin gauges and everything else.
Yeah, dial indicator. That's how you're going to pick up the center line of the part.
I see. Now you're going to spin that around and make sure it doesn't move.
You got to have.
What's that?
I think it's too cold now.
Oh, it'll warm up. It's got very low specific heat, so it should melt real quick. That was one of the reasons why I want to take that ice out of there, because the water will take a long time to warm up. But you let that slurry, that should turn into a slurry, right?
Yeah, it's churning.
Yeah, I wouldn't churn it too much because you're going to be entraining water into it, and that'll make it harder to warm up. But once you put that brass in there, did he clean that one with acetone yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, we should get the acetone
No,
out.
I haven't cleaned that one yet.
Okay.
It's smaller than the part that I made, allow for the shrinkage.
Right.
And then just bolt it on there basically, and then turn it. You have to put the end in the column, turn it concentric so that everything's in line. You indicate this 0, 0.
Right. Okay. So now when we put that piece in there, we know it's going right down the center.
Right. Everything's perfectly in line right now.
Beautiful. You get all the grease off of that so it doesn't freeze. would leave it in there a little longer this time then. Go ahead, you can put it in. It'll melt when you put it in there. Just don't drop it. Don't want to splash it on you. There you go. There you go. See, this is why we brought that thermocouple. Because no, that's not water. That's ethanol. See how it's melting? You still got some nitrogen boiling out of there. That's pretty cold stuff right there.
That's cold stuff. Colder than before.
Yeah. But that's good because we were pretty close on that last one.
Yeah, it started warming up. Well, last time we measured. You have to wipe it off?
It's too cold, right? Yeah, you're in.
There you go.
Beautiful.
It's stuck in there, but yeah.
Cool. You think we've been doing that for our entire lives, huh? Nice.
Choreographed dance, huh?
Yeah. All right. So, what has it got? About 20 thousandths or so?
Not even.
Not even.
It might be like 4,000 or 5,000.
5,000.
Yeah.
Probably should have. Yeah. You face that off, and there's the inside.
I have to bore it too.
Yeah, you got it. That's the whole.
Yeah, bore it straight through.